Today we'll see where GTA 5 story would go if Trevor, after killing Martin's cousin, went on a rampage and killed Martin himself for not paying him. So when Martin refuses to pay Trevor, he loses it, kills him in a brutal way, and puts him in the back of his own car. So Michael freaks out even more during that scene where he freaks out in the original. He's screaming, he's tweaking, he's saying that they're both dead, and they would first burn the car and get rid of Martin's body, but now there's a problem. There's a bounty on Trevor's head, but Trevor would underestimate what a problem it is when you kill a Mexican crime boss, so he would just choose to hide out in his trailer. Michael would rather be at home than in that shithole. However, one night Michael would be woken up to the sound of someone breaking into his house, and he would realize that it's Martin's guys looking to kill him. He'd make quick work of them and then decide to leave Los Santos for good. He would try to convince his family to go with him, but at this point they want nothing to do with him, and because he's not being completely honest about the danger that they're all in, they wouldn't go with him, and instead he would leave Los Santos on his own and book a one-way flight to North Yankton with the plans of never coming back. And he'd have to spend the rest of his life at a place he used to call home, off the grid, and probably would have to keep moving across the Midwest every so often to avoid Martin's goons. Trevor unfortunately wouldn't be so lucky, as one day he'd get a call from Oscar Guzman, who would want to meet him at his airfield and talk business supposedly. And upon reaching the airfield, there would be a massive hit squad waiting for Trevor, and he realized that Guzman turned him in, and with nowhere else to go, Trevor would be gunned down at the airfield and be buried in the desert by Martin's goons, with no one ever knowing what happened to him. Franklin and Lester would, upon finding out that Trevor's gone, they wouldn't really know what happened to him, of course, but they discussed the whole thing, and Franklin would probably deduct that all of this was a result of him killing Martin Madrazo, which I assume they would find out from Michael back when he was still around. He'd probably inform them. They would also get a farewell email from Michael telling them to look after themselves and asking Franklin to look after his family and make sure that they're out of Los Santos. And the next day Franklin would call Jimmy to inform him that they're all in big danger and that they need to leave Los Santos now, and coincidentally they would end up in the same place that they lived in for years, that being Ludendorff, North Yankton, making all of this shit completely go full circle. And my reasoning behind this is Franklin would probably figure, just like Michael, that no one would ever look for them there. And as for them reuniting at some point, well, I'll leave that part entirely up to you and your interpretation. Do you think that Michael would reunite with his family at some point in the future of this timeline? If so, how? Leave your thoughts and stories or mini stories in the comments regarding this topic. Franklin would then start spending more time with Lamar and would even be able to convince him not to go into any more deals with Stretch, preventing the whole Lamar getting kidnapped and brought out to Paleto Bay situation. But how would things turn out for the bad guys? Well, with no Michael and no Trevor, the duo of Steve and Dave are fucked, and I imagine more so Steve, because for some time everyone's been onto this guy. They're figuring out what he's doing, everyone from the IAA to people internally within the FIB. So yeah, Steve is pretty much fucked without anyone there to rob the FIB building, delete those files. He literally has no way out. Same as Dave, who probably would get a little bit of a lesser sentence, but not a significantly lower one compared to Steve. Devin Weston is the ultimate winner, as he has the movie studio and he can do anything he wants with it. Michael's not in his way, Solomon Richards can't do shit, and that's basically it. The triads aren't a problem since Trevor's dead, but the final mission in this reality would involve Franklin and Lamar going after Stretch with the help of Lester, after which the three would probably stay in touch but do different things with their lives. And that would be it for this GTA 5 What If. Leave your thoughts and opinions on this what if in the comments down below. Leave some of your suggestions in the comments as well. Make sure there's some good ones. And until next video or stream, bye bye.